Hi friends, welcome to the 55th episode of Apt Guide. In this episode, we are going to solve some important problems on the topic percentage. I am suggesting you to watch the videos on each topic in sequence for better understanding. So, I will go straight away to the problems. 11th question is, in an election, a candidate who secured 40% votes is defeated by other candidate by a margin of 600 votes. Find the total number of votes cast. So in this question they are telling that in an election, one candidate secured 40% votes and he was defeated by another candidate, okay, and they have given the difference between the votes secured by the winning candidate as well as the failed candidate as 600 votes, okay. So we need to find out the total number of votes cast, okay. So let us consider the total number of votes cast as 100, okay. Then the votes secured by one of the candidate will be equal to 40, okay. If the vote secured by one of the candidates is 40 and the total number of votes is 100, what will be the vote secured by the another candidate? That will be 100 minus 40, that is 60, okay. So in this question they have given the difference between the votes secured by these both candidates as 600 votes, okay. So let us find out what is the difference between the votes secured by these both candidates when the total number of votes cast is 100, okay. So that will be equal to 60 minus 40, that is 20. Okay, but in the question the difference is given as 600. So we can write or we can represent this 20 as 600. Okay, so we need to find out the total number of votes cast. Okay, so we need to find out what is the value of this 100. Okay, so if we find out what is the value of this 100, we can find out the total number of votes cast. Okay, so if 20 can be written as 600, what will be the value for 100? This we can find out by cross multiplying, okay, or 20 into 30 is 600. So if you multiply this 100 by 30, you will get this value, okay. So the total number of votes cast is equal to 100 into 30, that is 3000 votes, okay. So this is the answer. The next question is, in an election between two candidates, 75% of the voters cast their vote, out of which 2% of the votes were declared invalid. A candidate got 9261 votes, which were 75% of the total valid votes. Find the total number of votes enrolled in that election. Okay, so in this question they are telling that in an election between two candidates, of the total number of votes enrolled, 75% of the voters cast their votes, okay. So out of which 2% votes were invalid, okay, and they are telling that the vote secured by one of the candidates is 75% of the total valid votes, and that particular value is given as 9261, okay. So we need to find out the total number of votes enrolled in that election, okay. So let us consider the total number of votes enrolled in the election as 100, okay. Then the votes cast will be equal to, they are telling that 75% of the voters cast their votes. So the votes cast will be equal to 75% of the total, that is 75% of 100 is 75, okay. Then they are telling that out of this 2% of the votes were invalid, okay, and in the question they are telling that the vote secured by one of the candidates is 75% of the total valid votes. So we need to find out the number of valid votes, okay. So if 2% of the votes were invalid, then we can say that 98% of the votes were valid, okay. If 2% of the votes were invalid, 98% of the votes cast will be valid votes, okay. So valid votes will be equal to 98 by 100 into the votes cast, that is 75, okay. On simplifying this, you will get it as 49 into 3 by 2, okay. So the total valid votes is 49 into 3 by 2 when the total votes enrolled is 100, okay. Now what will be the votes cast, votes secured by the candidate? Votes secured by the candidate is 75% of the total valid votes, okay. So that is 75 by 100, or we can write this 75 by 100 as 3 by 4, okay. So 3 by 4 into the total valid votes. Total valid votes we found it as 49 into 3 by 2, Okay, so the votes secured by the candidate is 3 into 49 into 3 by 4 into 2. Okay, but this value is given in the question as 9261. Okay, so we need to find out the total number of votes enrolled. That is, we need to find out what is the value of this 100. Okay, so this we can find out by cross multiplying. Okay, so the total number of votes enrolled will be equal to 100 into 9261. Okay, divided by this value, that is 3 into 49 into 3 here into 8. Okay, on solving this you will get the answer as 16,800. Okay, so the total number of votes enrolled in that election will be 16,800. The next question is, Arun's income and expenditure are in the ratio 7:5. His income is increased by 24% and expenditure by 30%. By what percentage does his savings increase? So in this question they have given the ratio of the income and expenditure of Arun as 7:5. Okay, then they are telling that his income is increased by 24% and expenditure is increased by 30%. So we need to find out by what percentage is his savings increased. Okay, so here we need to find out the answer in terms of percentage. So we can consider any value for the income and expenditure. The only thing is that the ratio should be 7:5. Okay, so let us consider the income as 7 and the expenditure as 5. Okay, if income is 7 and expenditure is 5, what will be the savings? Income is equal to expenditure plus savings. So savings will be equal to income minus expenditure. So savings will be equal to 7 minus 5, that is 2. Okay. Now they are telling that income is increased by 24%. Okay. If the old income is 7, what will be the new income? That will be equal to this 7 into 100 plus 24, that is 124 divided by 100. Okay. And if the old expenditure was 5 and it is increased by 30%, then the new expenditure will be equal to this 5 into 100 plus 30, that is 130 by 100. Okay. So we need to find out by what percentage is the savings increased. So let us consider that the savings has increased by some X percentage. Okay. So the new savings will be equal to 2 into 100 plus X divided by 100. Okay. Now income is equal to expenditure plus savings. Okay. So on solving this equation we will get the value of X. Okay. 100 gets cancelled. So this will be equal to 7 into 124 is equal to 5 into 130 plus 200 plus 2x. Okay. So on solving this equation we will get the value of X as 9%. Okay. So this is the answer. The next question is, Hari spends 75% of his income. His income is increased by 20% and he increased his expenditure by 10%. Find the percentage increase in his savings. Okay. So in this question they are telling that Hari spends 75% of his income. Okay. So if we consider his income as 100, then his expenditure will be 75% of income, that is 75% of 100, that will be equal to 75. Okay. So if income is 100, expenditure is 75, what will be the savings? That will be 100 minus 75, that is 25. Okay. Now they are telling that his income is increased by 20%. Okay. Then the new income will be 100 into 120 by 100. Okay. And he increased his expenditure by 10%. Okay. So if his old expenditure was 75, then the new expenditure will be this 75 into 100 plus 10, that is 110 divided by 100. So we need to find out by what percentage the savings has increased. Okay. So let us consider the savings has increased by X percentage. So the new savings will be equal to this 25 into 100 plus X divided by 100. Okay. So income is equal to expenditure plus savings. Okay. Now on solving this equation, we can find out the value of x. Okay, so this is equal to 100 into 120, that is equal to 75 into 110 plus 2500 plus 25x. So on solving this equation, you will get the value of x as 50. Okay, so the percentage increase in savings is 50%. So this is the answer. The next question is, a student has to secure 35% marks to pass. He gets 650 marks and fails by 50 marks. Find the maximum marks. So in this question, they have given the pass percentage as 35, which means if the total marks was 100, then the marks that was required to pass was 35. Okay. So a student gets 650 marks and fails by 50 marks, which means if he would have got 50 more marks than 650, then he would have passed, which means the passing marks is 650 plus 50, that is 700. Okay, so if the total marks was 100, the passing marks is 35, but the passing marks is given as 650 plus 50, that is 700. Okay, so we need to find out what is the total marks when the passing marks is 700. Okay, so this 35 can be written as 700. So how can we write this 100? On finding this value, we will get the total marks. Okay, so this we can find out by cross multiplying, or 35 into 20 is 700. So if you multiply this 100 by 20, you will get this value. Okay, so the total marks is equal to 100 into 20, that is 2000. Okay, so this is the answer. The next question is, a student gets 30% marks and fails by 20 marks, and another student who gets 35% marks gets 10 marks more than the minimum passing marks. The maximum marks are. So in this question, they are telling that a student gets 30% marks and another student gets 35% marks. So let us consider the maximum marks or the total marks as 100. Okay, then the marks secured by the first student will be 30 and the marks secured by the second student will be 35. Okay, so in the question they are telling that the first student fails by 20 marks, which means if we take x as the minimum passing marks, the first student got 20 marks less than the minimum passing marks. Okay, so that will be equal to x minus 20, and they are telling that the second student got 10 marks more than the minimum passing marks. Okay, so the marks secured by the second student will be x plus 10. Okay, so the difference between their marks will be x plus 10 minus x minus 20. So this is equal to 30. Okay, so the difference between the marks of the first and second student is 20 plus 10, that is 30. Okay, so let us see what is the difference between their marks when the total marks is taken as 100. So that will be equal to 35 minus 30, that is 5. Okay, but we found out the difference as 30. So we can represent this 5 as 30. We need to find out the maximum marks. Maximum marks we took it as 100. So if we find out what is the value of this 100, we will get the maximum marks. So this we can find out by cross multiplying, or 5 into 6 is 30. So if you multiply this 100 by 6, you will get the maximum marks. Okay, so the maximum marks is equal to 100 into 6, that is 600. Okay, so this is the answer. The next question is, Neetu gets 30% marks and fails by 18 marks, and Leena gets 35% marks, gets 12 marks more than minimum passing marks. The minimum pass percentage is. So in this question they are telling that Neetu gets 30% marks and Leena gets 35% marks. So let us consider the total marks as 100. Then the marks obtained by Neetu will be 30 and the marks obtained by Leena will be 35. Okay. Then they are telling that Neetu fails by 18 marks and Leena gets 12 marks more than the minimum passing marks. Okay. So the difference between their marks will be 18 plus 12, that is 30. Okay. So let us find out the difference between their marks when the maximum mark is taken as 100. So that particular difference will be equal to 35 minus 30, that is 5. So we can represent this 5 as 18 plus 12, that is 30. Okay. So we need to find out the minimum pass percentage. So for that we need to find out the maximum marks. Okay. Also we need to find out the marks of either Neetu or Leena. So let us find out the marks of Neetu. Okay. So 5 into 6 is 30. So if you multiply this 100 by 6, you will get the total marks. So total marks will be 100 into 6, that is 600. Okay. So if you multiply this 30 by 6, you will get the marks of Neetu. So that is 30 into 6, that is 180. Okay. So in the question they are telling that on getting this marks, Neetu fails by 18 marks. So what will be the minimum passing marks? Minimum passing marks will be 180 plus 18. Okay. So that will be equal to 198. Okay. So we need to find out the minimum pass percentage. So that particular percentage will be equal to minimum passing marks, that is 198, divided by the total marks, that is 600 into 100. Okay. On solving this, you will get it as 33%. Okay. So this is the answer. The next question is, A and B appeared in an exam. 40% of marks scored by B is equal to 50% of marks scored by A. What is 60% of marks scored by A if total marks scored by A and B is 1350? Okay. So in this question they are telling that 40% of the marks scored by B is equal to 50% of the marks scored by A. Okay. So from this we can find out the ratio of the marks scored by A and B as 4:5. Okay. So if we consider the marks scored by A as 4 and the marks scored by B as 5, then what will be the total marks? That will be 4 plus 5, that is 9. But the total marks scored by A and B is given as 1350. So we can represent this 9 as 1350. So we need to find out 60% of A's marks. Okay. So if A's marks is taken as 4, then this will be 60 by 100 into 4. Okay. So on solving this, you will get it as 2.4. Okay. So if 9 can be written as 1350, what will be the value of 2.4? On finding this value, you will get 60% of A's marks. Okay. So this we can find out by cross multiplying. Okay. So this marks will be equal to 1350 into 2.4 divided by this 9. Okay. So on solving this, you will get the answer as 360. Okay. So this is the answer. So here finishes this part of the topic percentage. I'll be back with other important problems in the next part. If you felt this video helpful, please like it, subscribe the channel, also press the bell button so that you get the notification when I am uploading new videos. Thank you for watching the video. Bye.